Hello and welcome to Fallout New Vegas part number 22 of the stealth build playthrough. Today we're going to be doing a quick run to obtain the M5 implant. The M5 implant is one of the implants that is offered by the Sync Autodoc. And I was thinking what to do next whilst I was planning this video, and there was a lot of things that I wanted to do. One of the things I wanted to do was just do these X8 and X2 transmission quests, as well as the sonic emitter upgrade, just to kind of get this DLC wrapped up and moving along. The other thing I wanted to do was speak to the think tank and get their quests resolved. You can speak to individual members of the think tank. There's a lot of dialogue, and I'm going to go through those dialogues during the next few videos to kind of showcase what kind of speed checks and medicine check and science checks and whatnot you need to do to kind of get past those, and what items to take and what not to take while doing so. But I decided to forego all that. I need to prioritize what I came here to do, what I came here in Old World Blues to do, and that is to first of all get a location which gives me a steady supply of stealth boys, which is the X13 research facility right here. Okay, now we can come to this facility anytime, even after completing the Old World Blues DLC, and get our stealth boys topped up if we want to. The other thing we want to do is increase our movement speed as much as we can, and so for that we'll need, it's a perk, and it's going to kind of sit here once we obtain it. It's called the M5 implant, and the Autodoc gives it to us. Now I did a practice run for this, and I did end up dying once in doing so. So I'm going to see if I can do this without dying, ideally, but we'll see, because the enemies we're fighting is going to be incredibly tough. We have endurance, we have strength to pull this off, but we'll see if we can or cannot do that. Now, the reason I say that is because we're going to be taking on some of the toughest enemies in the game, and that is the Cazadors. Okay, so we need the chainsaw at max capacity, and we even need our armored vault suit as max capacity. So I'm going to speak to the Sync Central Intelligence Unit, and I need some equipment repaired, and I need my let's see here, I need my the armored vault suit repaired to 100%. Perfect, and I'm done. Okay, so with this I should have a little bit higher toughness. In addition, I'm going to be taking some medicine before I go in. I'm going to be taking the Ent Nectar to get myself more strength, and I'm also going to be taking the Med-X to kind of get myself some damage negation going on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, in order to get to that place where the M5 implant is located, I'm going to put a marker on the map. It's here. It's right here. This is that laboratory. It's like a DNA splicing laboratory. I can't pronounce it properly, but I'm going to put a marker here, and from the think tank we shall go. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and do that. So we go down to the elevator to the think tank, and then off we go. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention. I did some leveling up. I am not sure if I discussed this in the last video or not. And the reason for that is that I was doing the Radiant quest, which gives you access to the stealth boys, as I mentioned before. And I have farmed 35 stealth boys using that. I was left with like 8 stealth boys, and I farmed 27 more, or sorry, 28 more. And these quests give you a lot of EXP with the well-rested bonus and the perk, which gives you more EXP, 10% more EXP. I was getting 120 EXP per quest completion, which takes about 30 to 40 seconds. So I was like power leveling, and I was getting a lot of EXP, and so I was able to hit level 20, which is right here. And in that level I put some points into melee, and I took a perk called Better Criticals. Okay, so this is a perk that I wanted to take at level 16, but I delayed it, and then I've taken it at level 20. So this gives you 50% more critical hit damage bonus. So this is what we're going to be relying on as we kind of go through this. Okay, so that is that. So that's our destination. I'm going to turn on the stealth boy right now. Okay, again, a lot of the background chatter going on there. Not to worry. Just gonna jump up here. I wonder if I have the well-rested bonus, although I don't need it. I guess I do. So we'll pass by the hazmat testing. Now this is a really interesting location. See this? This is a hazmat containment unit. There is a force field around it. But if you look at this, this is sort of the suit that a lot of the Ghost people use at the Dead Money DLC, which suggests a connection to the Dead Money DLC to this DLC. There's a lot of other connections to other DLCs within this DLC, so that's one of the most impressive things about New Vegas. I find that all the DLCs are kind of interconnected one way or the other. Anyway, so this is the location that we want to get to. It's the Z14. I don't know if it says it over here. It's too bright. So this is the facility that we want to get to. It'll show up. It'll pop up as we get near it. Z14 Pepsne DNA Splicing Lab. Now, once we enter this, there's going to be Cazadors. Okay, there's going to be Cazadors, and they're going to want our blood. So we're going to try to take them on as best we can. Another thing to note, which I maybe may not have mentioned, you see this symbol here. It's like a American flag, but colored in red. These are symbols or signs left by Ulysses. Ulysses is a character in the Lonesome Road DLC, and he marked these areas once he visited them to suggest the level of difficulty that you'll find in these areas. The blue says it's not as hard, and then the red says it's incredibly hard. So, which is correct in this case, because there's Cazadors in here, and I think there's a Cazador out here somewhere as well. I'm not going to take on that Cazador. Instead, I'm going to equip my chainsaw and go in. Now we'll immediately shift to caution because Cazadors are highly perceptive. They have such high perception that even with stealth boys, they will not, like, you will not be able to hide from them for too long. So your best bet is to engage them and engage them fast. Okay, so we're going to be looting all of this stuff right here real quick. And again, you see that thing right there? You saw that clip right there? That's the Cazador running up and down, up and down. So we're going to try to make this fast. And just an FYI, I may die a few times here. Not to these Cazadors, but to some of the other ones, I think. Take the cross. There he is. See? There you go. And see that? He's done a lot of damage to me right there already. And I wonder what my condition's like. It's okay, it's not too bad. I'll take some Sunset Sarsaparilla if I have any. Okay, that's good. And there's the other one. There you go. So after killing 2 of these, you actually get the DNA Avenger perk. Stating the abomination created a big mountain has granted you a damage bonus of 10% against Cazador. So this is very important before we get into the next fight. And okay, we are in danger again. Take the Cazador eggs. The reason for that is there's such high perception of these Cazadors. They're logged in behind these doors. And this is basically where they were experimenting on these Cazadors. I'm not going to open that because I do not want to engage these Cazadors unless I absolutely have to. And maybe we'll do that, but first we want to get rid of the main person that we are here for. And we don't even need to kill that enemy, but I'm going to just to kind of get that out of the way. And I did that in a practice run. I did die once, but we'll see if I die again. There's a laser rifle here. And again, more Cazadors just munching people, killing them. So this is what these Cazadors were eating. They were locked up here and they were eating people, I guess. And it's kind of sad that my stealth boy... See that clip? So I'm going to quick save here, and I'm going to eat some ant nectar we found earlier, and I'm going to take some medics. This seemed to have worked last time. We'll see if it works this time. So this is our enemy right up ahead. And there he is. And he's already struck me hard. And he's got me. Okay. No worries. So yeah, this will happen time to time. And this is kind of why we took that emergency sort of. So end nectar again, medx again, and we should be able to get this person now. Actually, just stay here. And he is incredibly fast, as you can see. Wow. Now you must be wondering as to why poison damage is not killing me, because when these Cazadors attack you, they do a lot of poison damage. And that is because you get the Heartless perk. I think that gives you immunity to poison damage, and good for that too, because we could use it. If we were being poisoned in addition to this, we would be dead even faster. So yeah, Cazadors are absolute monsters, and you do not want to engage them if you don't have to, if you don't need to. Okay, so that's that. Now I was trying to basically grab onto this and maybe take some buff out before I engage them, but engage this thing, but that's okay. Now the thing we were after is this, basically, the Autodoc Implant M5, and getting to this without engaging that enemy is really hard, because he sees you, even through the stealth boy and having like 100 stealth. So that kind of shows you the power of these Cazadors, really. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We've got Sunset Sarsaparilla still doing his thing. I'm gonna take some Nuka-Cola as well, just because I have a bunch of these. Okay, so just to heal us faster. Another thing you could do before going into this fight is just take a bunch of healing items. That way you're always constantly healing. Like maybe take 10 Nuka-Colas or something, and get that health regen going up really fast. Just because you're playing hardcore mode doesn't mean you cannot stack health regen and get it to go up real fast as you would have in regular mode. So now last time I was here in practice run, I got like Psycho here instead of Dirty Water, so that's interesting that I didn't actually get that this time. Anyway, and I think that is that, so we will head out. Oh, I wanted to engage some of these Cazadors, which is a foolish decision, but let's do this. There you go. More Cazadors dead. I don't know if there's anything of interest here other than a bunch of materials for like a time bomb or something. Oh, there's a roll of duct tape, which is pretty useful. Not bad. There you go. And DNA Avenger perk rank increase. Further study of the abominations created a big empty has granted you additional damage bonus. Maybe I should have killed these before I engaged that Specimen 73. You know, Specimen 73 is an absolute beast, as you saw. And now we're fully hidden because all the Cazadors are dead here. So overall, not a bad run, but I did die once, and I almost came real close to dying again. So that's the 4th death of this run. That's okay. I'm at peace with that, because deaths are something you can't really avoid in an action RPG too long. There are people who have done runs where they've completely avoided death, but in those cases they have not engaged the enemy at all. There's another Cazador here. I'm gonna try to see if I can engage him. There you go. And they give you like a gland or something. Okay, that's perfect. So that should clear everything. Now I'm gonna teleport back. Let's see if I'm able to do that, because I find that around this area it's hard to kind of, yeah, perfect, fast travel back. So now this allowed me to fast travel back, and I am good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do the first thing is just rest a little bit, just to kind of get the various effects off. I don't want yeah, I'm just gonna rest for like 10 hours. My character has just fought a bunch of Cazadors and would like to have some rest. Also, it died once, so now I'll take take out a bunch of effects I have. Brahmin Steak wore off. Stealth Boy, that's good. Nuka-Cola, and I think Sunset Sarsaparilla as well. Okay, let's see what all we have. We have Headgear. We have Spinal Strength. We have Water Breathing and Well Rested. That's exactly what we need. Wow, look at that. Armored Wall 13 jumpsuit. That is, again, it's taken a lot of beating in just that short amount of time. And we have a few items to sell, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'll sell the laser rifle and the proton throwing axes, although they're melee, so maybe not, but I don't really need that. And here I will, I think, keep everything. And I'll see if he's got Med-X. I did end up using one. Okay, good. Right, let's see if I can craft some more. Just the one. Let's see, recycling energy cell. I guess we ran out of wrenches. Okay, energy cell, microfusion cell, we'll keep that, the rest will sell. Okay. Okay, so we've got all that out of the way. We have what we need. Atomic valence, I think I'll put that away. It's not a bad item to have. Yeah. Oh, health regen. Now this is an atomic valence. I think it's a different one. Health regen. This one health regen and endurance. That one's even better. Okay. Hold on. So this one gives you more damage threshold, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Cool. And I'll put that away. Do I need that actually? You know what? I'll keep it. Maybe just to pass an endurance check or something like that. Just to get that going. Okay. Because right now I have perception +1. So yeah, I'll hold on to that. Anything else? Cazador egg. I'll hold on to this. Might need to eat some food now. Okay, so let's see what our conditions at. We have H2O going up, food's going up definitely. So we'll just eat some food. I saw maize here. Yeah, there you go. That should solve my food problems. I'll drink some water with the sink. So the sink will talk and will allow us to fill the water.
Well, hello there.
It does give you a very small amount though, 132. See that?
Well, hello there. Well, hello there. You can.
So that, yeah. But that's okay. I rather interact with this just to kind of get my...
Well, hello there.
And I'm just kind of speed tracking this.
Well, hello there.
Okay, let's see. 8 H2O. We'll get it down to like 0.
Well, hello there.
Perfect. So that should be 0. Food 1. That's good. Radiation's 43. That's okay. We'll get rid of the irradiation by going here. Now M5. So this is why we went there. Implant M5 is now available for surgical installations. So let's see. I'd like to engage. And he will just do a basic physical exam. And he will basically heal you. You're now completely healthy. See, so the rads are gone. Also, your limb condition is maxed out. And yeah. So I always do this. I always do this. It's really good. Now, we're gonna get that implant. So what that implant is for is to give us more crouched movement speed. We have travel light for 10% more. We are running not silent running, travel light. We are also wearing light armor, which allows us to move faster. Okay, so we've got all those. Oh, actually, let me repair my oops, actually. Yeah, let me repair my equipment because that took a lot of hits. These things cost a lot to repair. It's incredible. Okay, but the armored Vault 13 jumpsuit does not, so that's good. All of this stuff is, yeah, well, I'll get rid of it soon. Okay, so that's good. Now, we're going to go ahead and install that implant. Install implants. Okay, so this, so I already had one implant before, so I haven't installed it though. So it's called the install C13 implant, so 10% Cazador damage. I should have actually installed this before going there, but that's okay. Do I need this? I'll save my caps. This is the one we need. Increased movement speed while crouched. 10,000 caps. I'll absolutely pay that. Implant M5 surgically installed, increased crouch speed. So that's perfect. So you can see that in the perk section. So it'll say, yeah, implant M5. You can be made better, faster, stronger. Actually, just faster. M5 implant increases your crouch movement speed by 20% for greater efficiency as a test subject. So 20% increase there, and travel light 10%. While wearing light armor or no armor, you run 10% faster. So as you'll see, I am running like this, and while crouched, I'm running far faster. Almost as fast as I'm running while standing up. So moving like this, and then moving like this as well. So it's about the same. So our default movement is going to be done like this, but there's one other perk we'll take before we're actually done, because we're still not done. We still need more movement speed. We can get about 20% more by getting this perk called the Tunnel Runner. I think that's unlocked at level 26, so we'll be saving up for that. But for now, that's basically what I wanted to showcase, the M5 implant, how to get it, the risks involved. You can take Psycho to boost your damage even further, and Turbo to kind of slow down time, but it's best to wear something heavy almost. I had the Armored Vault 13 jumpsuit, maybe swap it out for like a power armor. I didn't do that, but that would definitely help. And because you have the Heartless perk, you cannot be poisoned. Okay, so that's very important before taking on any Cazadors. Okay, so I'll call this a part, and next up we will continue with our main quest. We will try to go ahead and do the X2 Strange Transmissions or the High School of Horror. But actually, I'm thinking I'll speak with the think tank to kind of resolve their quest before going out of my way to get the other technologies. So that's coming up next. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye.